Vasquez with a shot. It falls out on the volley for Nuhard. What a goal that is.
Oh, yes!
Hello and welcome back to another episode as part of Borderline Glory here with Saint-Etienne. In today's episode we have got two games coming up where I got a French Cup game. I think it's the 10th round now of the French Cup against Nantes, and then after that we play at home against Rennes. It's a double header at home for the first time in what feels like forever since last time out. We'll take a look at the games that we've played. It's been not too bad, to be honest. We've had the PSG game, but then it went into 6 games, was it? Yeah, 6 games we've had. 1 in the Cup and 5 in the League, and in the League it was 4 wins and just the 1 loss against Lens. We had a game which went to penalties against Monaco. We are currently in 2nd place in Ligue 1, if I'm not mistaken. If we're going to take a look, we're in 4th place actually, so we have dropped down a little bit, but we're not doing too bad at all with 4 teams all tied on 34 points. We've been absolutely incredible so far, and hopefully that will continue in today's episode. We've also had some transfer activity, with it being the January transfer window. We've had a few players leave us and 1 player come in. The big player who has left us a big money sale is David Smith. He has gone over to Bayern Munich. We got 55 million for him. I think it was like we had 40 million up front and then a little bit in payments, but we mortgaged them, so we actually got like the installments. We got 90% of all the installments instead of all of them across like however many years it would have been, so that was always good to go and get that done. David Smith, we signed him on a free, if you will remember, and now he has gone over to Bayern Munich, which is a good deal for him and a very, very good deal for us. Absolutely crazy really, to sell him for that much money, and he is going to become a very, very good player. Bayern Munich, only 22 years of age. Another player who has left us, Ibrahim Sheriff. It didn't work out in the end really with him. He's gone over to Lens, so a rival club, and it is a bit of an annoying one to lose him to another French club, but we get quite a bit of money for him, and he will hopefully go and do well with his new club. The player we have brought in to replace David Smith and at left back, because we will obviously need a replacement, is Agbenifo. As you can see here, Ifeanyi Agbenifo, Nigerian international, coming in from Chelsea on loan for the rest of the season. If he has a good season, we can sign him on a free deal, and he does look like he has quite a bit of potential, so it is a good deal to go and make. Chelsea player, as we said, has had a few appearances in the last few seasons, but I think he's coming to come, and he's going to come and get some real good minutes here in the position of David Smith. Those signings, players leaving, it's been a crazy transfer window. Let's go and get straight into his games and talk about it a little bit more with the first of the day against Nantes. So the team for this game against Nantes starts with Triguera in goal, backline of Agbenifo, Liddell, Juanma, Barber. We've got Jaworski, Nuhard, Blasquez in the middle, Minge on the left, Luis on the right, and Milot starting up top today. It's kick-off here in this game against Nantes. Obviously the big talking point of those movements there was the leaving of Smith. David Smith obviously came in on a free deal from Girona last year, so he's played a season and a half with us, but to get that money for him is just absolutely incredible. This club will pretty much always be financially stable because of a deal like that, and deals like that can absolutely change the whole course of football clubs. And I think, we've got 60 million along with that, some of the money from last summer and then the Sheriff money, 60 million euros to go and spend. How we're going to do that, I don't even know. We might actually have a real good player in Agbenifo, who is another example of a free deal that you can get. He's only 22 and overall just looks like a very, very solid left back. That 60 million could go a long way. We already have a very strong squad, but who knows the types of players we could go and get with that money. But it's just very good to know that this club will be financially sound from this point on, which will remove any pressure that we may have. And we've still definitely got a few seasons in the tank here with Saint-Etienne. Even if we spent 20 million a season, that would go a long way. And it's a shame to lose Smith, but it's a good deal for everyone involved. He's going to a very big club in Bayern Munich, where he can go and become a real star player in world football. There's a shot there from Mylot. What an effort that is. He's unlucky to not score there with Diakite being out through injury today. It's a good move for him, and it's a good move for the club as well. Bayern Munich get a good player, and we get 60 million for a player who we signed on free. It's arguably the best deal we've ever seen on this channel, from literally a free deal to 60 million in a 1.5 season, but that is a credit to the football he has been playing. There is Mylot at the near post. It's his first goal for the club, and hopefully it's first of many from him. It's 1-0 here in the French Cup, and we will be going through to the quarter-final, I believe, should we get a win today in this game. Who knows, maybe we're going to win the French Cup. Imagine that, the French Cup, we may even get a Champions League spot. Next season we go play Champions League, and then we go qualify Conference League next year, because I think it would be quite tough to win the Champions League. If we can win it, then we tick that off. That is something we want to do as part of Borderline Glory, but who knows really. 45 minutes gone here in this French Cup game, and we have been very, very good thus far, but there is a bit of defending required from Juanma there. The shot goes in, and it's hit the crossbar, and that was very, very close. A curling effort, but luckily it doesn't go in the end. Down this right hand side, more defending required. It's our number 10 for the day in Mange, who's been playing quite a few games. Guy has not really been able to break back into the team, and he has done alright, Mange, in these games that he has played, so we can be very, very happy with that, when he stepped up when we've needed him to, and yeah, he's been performing and when we've needed him. Here is a chance here potentially for Nantes to do something. We did actually play our last game, competitive game, was against Nantes in the league, a 1-0 win, and it looks like we might get a 1-0 win here if the score stays the same. That game was away from home, this game is at home, and we have 2 games today at the start. Geoffrey Giachard, which is always a welcome bonus. Mylot is in behind here, and that is a save from the Nantes goalkeeper. He has had a few run of games. He is obviously getting disappointed that he's not playing. I think he's had alright minutes, to be fair. He hasn't produced the goals that we probably would have wanted him to, but he is in this game definitely. He's gone and got himself a goal, and he can be very happy with that, and maybe he'll just get a few starts in these coming up games. It's half time here in this game against Nantes, and it looks like we may just be going through to the next round of the Cup, and as well we will get our draw for the next round. Here's Mange on the ball. Will he go down the line back to Agbanifo? As we said, Nigerian international. He's already got his first cap, and he looks like a real solid player. This game is actually his debut. We have only just signed him, but it was very good that we were able to get that turnaround real quick, because David Smith leaves. We're bringing Agbanifo straight away, and the sad thing as well is the departure of Sheriff. It didn't work out. I really wanted it to, but it just wasn't going to work in the end, and we managed to get quite a good deal. The same deal we probably would have got for him, or we did actually get offers for, when he was trying to, I guess, develop as a player, but it just wasn't coming off here at this club. Sometimes that's the case. Sometimes it will be better for him to go over where he's gone to in Lens, to go and improve. Swiss international. Obviously we used to manage in Switzerland. It is a shame, but what can you do really? We have a lot of quality in this team, and he just didn't see him to get his position back. We do have a bit of space freed up now on the kind of bench and the reserves. We will take a look in a second. Here's Agbanifo with the ball into the middle, tries to find Mylot at the back post. It is Maiju who's going to look to cut in, have the shot from range, and that will not go in the end. With players leaving, injuries as well, there is a lot of injuries. We have a few names who we haven't seen much of in this season on the bench. Musgrove is there, Musavu, we haven't seen loads of him, and most importantly, Nils Frohlin has made the bench. Now obviously Nils Frohlin is not what he used to be, but he is still a part of this Saint-Etienne team. This is 8th season, and it would be injustice if we didn't go and give him some minutes. So we are going to bring on Nils Frohlin on for Mange there, go and give him some minutes to see how he can go and do. I'm going to bring De Cavaron in at centre back. I'm going to bring Blasquez off for Musavu there. We'll go make those opening 3 changes to kick off this second half here. Here is Nantes on the ball, knocking it around the back. I'm just thinking about those payments. 60 million to get 60 million for him in David Smith for a player we signed on a free. It looked like an absolutely crazy deal when we signed him. How Girona were letting him go so easily on a free deal was just crazy. How that ball was crept in so easily is quite crazy, to be honest. I don't want this game to go to penalties. It does go to penalties after 90 minutes, and penalties, I don't know if this is an issue with my game or something like that, but they are completely broken. No idea why. It's 66 minutes gone here, and there is a goal for Nantes. We do have a lot of quality still on the pitch. We do have Diakite if we want to get a goal off the bench, but I don't really want to rush him back. I think Milo has actually had a really good game, so there's no need to necessarily bring him into it if we don't have to. There's an attack for Nantes here down the right hand side. It's worked in behind. The square ball will go in, and there is a bit of defending. It looked like Juanma had to get that off the line there. We do need a bit more. We did actually have one more sale. I've just remembered it didn't come up there, I don't think, or maybe I just missed it. I was wondering why there was players missing on the bench. We did sell Levitt. He went to Ipswich, I believe. I think we signed him from it. No, he was from Arsenal, but I think he had a loan spell at Ipswich, and now he's sold to Ipswich. We got around 4 million for him. Another player we got on the free. We will need another backup right back, but there was no point in standing in his way, especially when he wasn't happy with the playing time he was getting. We do ideally want to get a goal here. We don't want to get into to these extra few minutes of the final parts of this game and into a penalty shootout. I don't know if we'll get to see the penalty shootout at all. It does look like there's one final chance here. Milot gets the ball played in behind. Who is going to get the goal here in this game? It looks like there may be a chance for someone to go and do it. There's a ball playing out the back here from Nantes. Can we go and get some final pressure on to win this ball back? It's Nils Froling. It's won back by Neil Hard there, but he's not able to keep it. Nils Froling on that left hand side. We're looking to get the pressure from, but he's not able to go and do anything in the end. We'll go and settle this up. We don't have an automatic option anymore. I hope it does get to show us, but if not, then that suspense of waiting will have to happen. We'll go and put Diakite on the third penalty. I don't know why he's not even on the pitch, which is very, very weird. And we'll go. Can we change anything here? Doesn't look like we can. We'll go to the penalties. We do get to see a penalty shootout. Isn't that great? The first penalty here for Nantes. Triguero does get down for it. I can't believe we've seen a penalty shootout. We did have a penalty shootout in our last cup game. Did not come off. I do want to go behind the goal if it'll let us. Let's have a look. Yeah, here could be the interesting angle. Can we get the height down a little bit? It's actually not. Behind the goal, that's the one we want here for the penalties. This is the perfect angle. Nantes are taking the first penalties. Triguero's all right on these penalties. Luis down the middle. It's a lovely penalty. It's 1-1 here after 2, and that is a great finish from Luis. I have no idea who the penalty takers are. I probably should have done some attacking changes, bring on some attackers in defence for these penalties, but let's just hope it doesn't go that far. Here is the next penalty for Nantes. Triguero is going to step up. Can he make the save? The penalty from the Nantes player is saved. Triguero does well to get across. The crowd here, as you can see, the Saint-Etienne players, or the Saint-Etienne fans and players, will be going absolutely mental. And this penalty right here, this could be an absolutely incredible moment. It's Nils Froling stepping up to take his penalty. Can he slot it away? He does. He sends the keeper the wrong way. And Nils Froling, the borderline glory legend, has scored a penalty to send us 2-1 up here in this cup penalty shootout, this cup tie. Triguero, can he force another save here from the Nantes players and send us into a pole position to win this penalty shootout? The player for Nantes sends Triguero the wrong way. It's 2-2, but we do have a penalty in hand, and the player who will step up to take it is going to make the walk now. It is going to be Agbenifo on his debut. This has been an absolutely massive set of penalties, massive performances needed from players here, and it's Agbenifo on his debut. Can he slot his penalty away? It's hit the inside of the post, and that is so unlucky for the player on debut. That's so annoying. It's so annoying for him. He's had a real good game, to be fair to him, and he's gone and just hit the inside of the post. So close, so unlucky to not put that away. And that is real devastating for him. Hopefully he can bounce back from that. The next penalty for Nantes. Triguero, what can you do? He's not able to save it, and there is a bit of pressure on this penalty. Whoever is going to step up to take it. We've not seen Milot take one yet. Is it going to be him next? It's going to be Jaworski who steps up. That is an interesting one, but maybe he does have a good penalty on him. He's very intimidating with that spiky haircut. He's going to step up to take this penalty. Is he going to absolutely thunder it? He goes into that left side for himself. It's a lovely penalty, simple as, making no mistake, our anchor in the midfield, and it's a very, very good penalty. Eases a bit of the nerves. If there's a save here, then we are a penalty away from going through to the next round, the quarter final of the French Cup. Can Trigueiro come up with the heroics here? The penalty for Nantes is into the bottom left corner, and there is a decisive penalty here. My lot, I would assume, is going to take it. It's so weird when we're picking the penalty shootout takers why we couldn't pick who was taking them, because it said Diakite, but he's not even on the pitch. But who knows? My lot is going to step up to take this penalty. It's a straight run up. What's he going to do with it? My lot with the penalty needs to score. He's gone down the middle, and that is that. We lose out in a penalty shootout. It's a poor penalty in the end, and it's not to be this year in the French Cup. And the team for this game against Rennes, just the one change. We've got Trigueiro in goal, backline of Agbenifo, Liddell, Juanma and Barber, Jaworski, Nuhard, Blasquez in the middle, Minge on the left, Luis on the right, and Diakite starts up top this game. Kick-off here in this game against Rennes is a big one for us. 5th place versus 4th place in the league. It is disappointing to lose that game against Nantes, a team who, we should be beating really. We just weren't good enough though, and we shouldn't have had to take it to penalties. We were, I would like to say the better team on the day, but we shouldn't have just let it get there in the first place, and ultimately we don't deserve our place in the next round of the cup. It is a shame because we would have liked to have had a bit of a good cup run, but I guess it's there's some positives across the 2 games that we have played against Nantes. In the last few we did win the important one, which was in the league, but it is still disappointing nonetheless. I guess it gives us more focus on the league, just straight league games from this point on in the second half of the season, and this is a crucial one for us against Rennes. Here's Agbenifo, he's going all the way here, he finds Minge with a shot. Diakite can't get there. That is, don't know what's happened there. He looked like he just switched off. Barber though is in behind, he's going to pull it back here to Juanma. Can he get a lovely ball in? He finds Blasquez, the return ball, and nothing comes from that. In the end, it's a corner here from Diakite, who does take these very strangely, but he does take them. It is going to go in. There, his header. Josh Liddell gets straight up for that one, and who else would get there with those bullet headers? It's 1-0 here after 23 minutes. It's a lovely finish from Josh Liddell. I don't know how many headers he scored now this season. He scored quite a few last season. He got one in the cup there, as you can see. And I think he had a few in some friendlies as well. As you can see, 3 headers. I think they might have all come in like one game. So a hat-trick of goals is what I'm trying to say there. I'm going to go play for set piece as well, because if we have the aerial threat of Liddell in the box, as we do, then why not go and do it? This team is looking very satisfying in terms of numbers. We've got Barber on 2, Juanma on 5, Liddell on 4, Agbenifo on 3 now, inheriting that number of the great David Smith. We've got Jaworski on 8, Blasquez on 7, Jose Luis on 10, and then we just need basically, we've got Guy on 11, we've got Nuhard, who should probably take 6 from Dukos, with Dukos not playing as much, and then Diakite probably on the number 9, which was of Sheriff, and that number is now vacant. There is a penalty though here for Rennes. That is very, very frustrating to go and concede that. I don't know who it come off, but Trigueiro got a penalty save as well in that cup game against Nantes, and maybe he can pull one off here, because this would be quite the save if he can do it. He's not able to though. It is a good penalty from the Rennes player in the end, and that is 1-1 here, and all to play for in the start. Jeffrey Jouichard. We're going to go a bit more attacking, we're going to go positive in terms of the mentality. There's no reason why we shouldn't. We really need to go and pick up a big 3 points here. It would go or take us a point clear of Lens, and how many points clear of Rennes? It would be like 3, or yeah, it would be 3 by the looks of it, because we are tied on points as it stands. Here's Mindra with a lovely ball played to him in behind by Nuhard. He beats his man here. Can he pull it back though? He does. He finds Nuhard, who goes over to Liddell. Agbenifo, who finds himself in some great positions, a real good inheritance to the throw, and Blasquez with the shot. It falls out on the volley for Nuhard. What a goal that is. That is an incredible finish from Murdy Nuhard. That is 2-1 here after 40 minutes. What a cracker of a game it has been here. Just take a look at this. Nuhard, he finds Blasquez in a very good position. He takes it the wrong way. It falls off the player. And just look at this. Crisp as you like, right into that bottom right corner on the half volley. He absolutely slices through it, and he makes it 2-1 here in this game. Let's have a look at his stats and how they are doing in the league. He's gone and got, why is it all the way scrolled on there? He's got 5 goals so far for the season in the league. Take a look at how he did in the pre-season. 12 goals and assists in 10 friendlies. played. That was also in the friendlies we've had in the season. I like how there's big breaks in the season, but we do have to have quite a few friendlies, which can get a bit frustrating really, but I guess it's necessary to keep up the sharpness. We are 2-1 up here in this game. It's been a great display so far, and take a look at that. We are currently in second place as it stands. Is there any other teams around us playing? We need to look at Nice, and it looks like everyone's playing at the same time, so we are quite literally in second place, because you've got to remember that all these teams, we're on 34 points going into today's episode, and we're obviously beating Rennes. Lens must have lost their game. We've got Lille as well. If we take a look here, Lens won their game, but they must have climbed up. Lille, where are they? They had a draw with Angers. Nice won their game, but they mustn't have been on 34 before this. And yeah, it's been quite the day for us. 2-1 up. We'd crashed out of the cup, but you know, that camera curse must have kicked in again. It looks like we might get a big win here in this game against Rennes. We're going to go and look to make a few changes here. I'm going to bring Diakite off from Mylar, who's in a good bit of form and has got that sharpness up now. We'll look to maintain that. I'm going to bring Luis off for Boto. We don't have a change that we can make for Barber, which is a bit disappointing. I'm going to bring Blazquez off for Dulcos in the middle there. I'll bring Decava on. Or Lacava, Daniel Lacava, not Decava, for Liddell there in at the back, and make those final changes going into the last 10 minutes of what has been quite the eventful episode. But ultimately we will finish second place in the table, and on for, by the looks of it, a Champions League spot. Here's Agbenifo standing over this corner. He's had a great day, even if he did miss his penalty. It's very unfortunate. He's had another great game here, and he's going to play this ball into the middle. It's floating around. Mylot is not able to get there. A header is won by the Rennes player, but it does fall in the possession of Rock Barber. Lacava goes to Nuhar. Can he switch over for Rock Barber potentially? We're trying to look to work it around that way. The final few moments of what has been an absolutely great game against this Rennes team. They find themselves in 6th place. As you can see there, we are doing absolutely incredibly here. We just need to do our final bit of defending. Rock Barber on the full volley gets that clear, but only as far as another Rennes player. It does go into the middle. It's the inside post. It's floating around, and Treguero is able to get down. A moment of panic there, a moment of madness to end off this game against Rennes. But if we can hold out for the final few moments, we will pick up a massive 3 points. That is what we do. We pick up an absolutely massive 3 points against Rennes, and we are on 37 points and in second place of Ligue 1. So there you have it. We actually end the day in 3rd place. I think Lens managed to get a late winner there. We probably will have a game coming up against them soon, if I'm not mistaken, or it might have been, no, it isn't that game there. It is going to be these games here. We will have 2 more episodes for this season by the looks of it, and it's going to be a very, very good end to the season if we carry on in the way that we are. If you did enjoy that episode, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Make sure to go and join the Discord down below. Thank you for watching. I'll leave you all with this outro, and I'll see you all for another video soon. Thank you. Bye bye.